In today's episode of Farmall Fanatic, I'm going to show you what I'm planting in that field, and I'm going to show you how I plant it. It ain't the best way, and I'll explain why. But yeah, let's go, let's show. It's beautiful out. It's 97 degrees with 102% humidity. It's beautiful out. Well, some people were asking what I'm going to plant. I'm planting this, Lino Clover. The reason over the years that I choose Lino over, say, a white Dutch is because these are a lot bigger. See these three leaves? They get about that big. You get more bang for your buck with this, especially if you're food plotting. This is more money. You're going to pay more for Lino than you are white Dutch. This is a 50-pound bag. You can get a 40-pound bag of white Dutch for probably $130 online. This Lino was $345. This is a 50-pound bag, so you get what you pay for. And I haven't even checked the tag yet. The tag, you looked at it. Pure seed. Where's the germination? Right there, germination 77%. That's terrible. I'd never accept that in soybeans or corn. Oh, Wooster, the roaster. We've been there, RES auction service. Yeah, there goes the Wooster. This looks like a clover planting tool. This looks like a clover planting tool. Uh-oh. Oh. Almost lost the pin before I even pinned it. There's today's rig. Yep, good old SP150. Sounds like a sunscreen. But down in here, we had lime. Lime or Rooney. And all I do is I just set the setting for the same size the clover seed is, which actually that's not far off right there at all. And then turn this up, lock her in, but I don't do that till I get to the field. I just throw the bag in here, and then once I get to the field, cut her loose, spread 50 pounds of seed. Now, I know I got some guys that know how many acres is 50 pounds of seed going to plant. Let's just talk about the advantages and disadvantage of spreading seed. Okay, I like to go right for the kill and go for the disadvantages. The disadvantages of spreading seed like this, whether it's soybean seed for a food plot, clover seed for a food plot, you have to figure in half as many again. So if it's one soybean unit, a bag of soybean seeds in a drill, it's a bag and a half spread to get the same stand. That's my experience. So 50 pounds in a drill is going to give you way bigger bang for your buck than spreading it. It's supposed to get rain tomorrow, but let's say we don't and the seed sits there for longer. Now I will run it over with the tires, but clover is a shallow planted seed. I mean, you're talking maybe 3/16 of an inch. I don't even like going that deep. I just like it dusted over with rain. Now this is a flat field. You saw me cold mulching it, and I'm not going to get a lot of seed runoff if we do get buckets and buckets of rain. But birds are going to get their fair share, especially planted this way. Now I'm not going to go out and buy a cheap grass seeder for $5,000. Just ain't me. I plant grass seed probably, well, I plant it a lot, but with a hand spreader on about 1/4 of an acre for a hidey hole food plot, or a half acre, not 10 or 12 or 15 acres. And this is the fastest way I've got to do it. 510 grain drill doesn't have a grass seeder on it, and I don't know, eventually I'm probably gonna have to upgrade that to maybe, I don't know, probably a 5100 with the grass seeder. So let's go. Let's get the Honda out. Honda da da da. The advantage of this, you save a lot of money and it's really fast. And yeah, that seed's gonna be hot. Woo! Yikes. Basically, I'm just going to slice that bag open First I gotta make sure that this is set nice and tight so it doesn't slide open wider and kick more seed out. And I may need to adjust actually a little more open, but based on the size of the seed, I don't think so. Don't matter where you slice it, I'm not saving these bags at all. That was a nice slice, and there's your color. It's kind of a grayish, you know, where I think the white Dutch is more of a pinkish. At least the stuff that I bought, of course, it could be treated. I'm not real crazy about a 77% germination rate, because that means only about 38 pounds of this are viable. I would think for, you know, essentially $350, you probably get a little bit better germination rate. Now you can see right down there it's falling at a perfect rate. Once I get spreading, be no looking back. Oh, we got rain coming. I just heard thunder. Look at that sky. We gotta go. I see we got a couple of rocks to come back and pick up. The spreader throws it out about 12 feet at 5 to 6 miles an hour. That's what I'm trying to stay at. I'm just going by those tire tracks over there. It makes it really, really nice as far as a gauge. And so I'm about 7 to 8 feet off those other tire tracks. That gives me a 2 to 4 foot overlay, which I don't care. As far as the seed goes, oh, there's a chain I need to stop and pick up. But yeah, 5 to 6 gives me a pretty good spread. I'm checking the ground as I drive by for white seed, and I am definitely seeing it. So, good sign, good sign. Like I say, this isn't the most, I don't want to say efficient way, cost-effective way. Definitely want a grass seeder. But man, have I had a lot of luck doing this, a lot, and with some really good stands. So it works. You just got to be willing to put up with a little more loss. Yeah. Then we'll stop and check. Like I said, the rain's coming. You can see that dark cloud, and I want to at least get half this planted. Doing up and back, staying right at 5. A little faster around the corners, but then I drop right back down, get my 7 to 8 feet out. Yeah, see, there are some rocks I definitely need to come back and pick up because I don't want to hit them with King Kong Cub or the H, brush hogging. What is that? Huh. Find all kinds of weird stuff in a field after you work it. Drop her down to 4 or 5. It's kind of that odd speed. It's like almost too slow for second, but too fast for first. So I kind of stop and do a seed rate check, I guess you would say. You can see, yeah, there's pretty good amount of seed on the ground there. See all those white seeds? I can't tell what you see till I go to edit, but yeah, I think based on my experience, this will be a good stand. Will I have a spot here or there where I come in and hand spread it? Yeah, probably, but it isn't going to be a lot. That's faux show. Well, I almost got done. One lightning bolt did it for me, and here comes the rain. So I probably was able to up and back about 5 acres, which I want to do at least a couple more. And then I got some other crops I want to try, experimental crops. Some people have been saying, oh, buckwheat. I want to try some sugar beets too, so let's go, let's show. Well, it's planted, the sun come back out, and I came back out. I planted what I wanted. I got probably, I'd say 7 acres in clover, and that's fine. That's exactly the ground or portion of the field that I wanted to cover in clover, get the nitrogen back pumping in this. And you know what it really boils down to is plus or minus X amount of nitrogen. It should put about 100 pounds per acre into the soil, and after a couple years you want to follow up with corn, a heavy nitrogen feeder. I got a lot of experience with clover stands, and year 2 is always your best year. Year 3 is pretty good, pretty fluffy, juicy clover. Well-maintained stands, this perennial comes back every year, should last you about 5 years. On that 5th, going into the 6th year, you're pretty weedy. But you know, if you're rotating crops, you're not going 5-6 years typically in a clover stand unless you're doing hay, which I don't yet. But I don't know, I'm excited. We'll do a crop update and see how this turned out in about 2 weeks. Hopefully the rain cooperates. About the 15th to the 20th of June, that's when the rain spigot turns off here. But I don't know, this has been a wet year, and now that I've put some seed down, it won't rain any. That's just the way it is. Take your plow off, it snows. Put it on, don't. But a lot of fun, man. Just trying stuff out. And then I'm gonna go put a little patch of sugar beets in, probably like a ½ acre. It's been a long time since I've done those, and the earlier you plant them, the bigger the bulb. And it's pretty early right now still for sugar beets. So let's go, let's show and grow. I'll see you at the next video.